Maybe you could briefly tell us what it's about. I know it's the media space.
Despite having a very active social media audience, various leaders believe that Kenya and Africa at large still have a long way to go.
It's not on the table when it comes to matters of technology. We are actually punching well below our weight as Africans. And these are the kind of conversation we really need to have to ensure that actually Africa can actually be at the table of the people when we are talking about these issues of technology, because with our youth who are really, really well advanced. I have been around the world. I don't think there are many countries in the world I haven't been to. And what I can tell you is that our youth are as good, if not better, than any youth you find around.
Some of the initiatives under the digital superhighway are what we believe will address and position the country and also have a resonating impact across the continent. And when we talk about the digital superhighway, there are a number of commitments that we have made. One was we want to enhance our connectivity by adding to what we already have by bringing another 100,000 kilometers of fiber.
The Fifth Nation Digital Summit explored where Kenyans are and how they use the digital space.
Nation Media Group looks at our legacy actually as a strength in the digital ecosystem. And we now no longer just look at ourselves as Nation Media Group, a linear platform, a TV, a newspaper, but we look at ourselves as the biggest enabler of what we call the creative economy.
Gen Z and young people do incredible amounts of work when they have a clear sense of what they're working towards, when they have a clear sense of what their teams are trying to accomplish and what their own contributions to that are, and when they have leadership that makes them care about the work. But making them care about the work and making them see the value of the work, I think, is probably the most important part. And I think that a lot of organizations can do a better job of that.
Yes, it's not that, the cost of internet has always been an issue. The accessibility in some remote areas is an issue. Some disparities around urban rural is an issue. And so there's still some progress there that needs to get done. But I think in overall, maximizing on already existing infrastructure is really a key priority.
The panels and leaders present, however, saw a future in how the health system could be better with adoption of invention and digitalization.
This country needs to employ more computer scientists, particularly coders, in public sectors. If these systems we had bought from the private sector, it would have been extremely expensive. But now Muranga decided to bring young coders and give them job opportunities. And they are the ones who have been doing this work for free as part of their employment.
That is, look at the legal framework. Is it there? Once it is there, then how do we make sure that it's totally integrated? And now what Kangata is doing is now going to be replicated across the 47 counties. So you'll not have a patient now who has been treated in Muranga, goes to Nairobi, and then Nairobi starts afresh. So we have a timeline. Our timeline is September 30th. We want to make sure that we have digitized all the public facilities. And as we digitize the public facilities, the private sector should also plug into this integrated digital superhighway.
The Fifth Nation Digital Summit Day 2 awaits, with a number of leaders and opinion shapers congregating for the second day to discuss more about innovative technologies that will help shape a sustainable future. Yugen Nambeka, NTV.
I think it's a CEO mentioned about